My name is Susie, and I have fallen in love with something that is not traditionally perceived as part of my culture. I found my passion and talent in performing after I entered the school when I was in grade 6, which is already about 4.5 years ago. Over this period of time, I am confident to say that drama is definitely that thing that is so valuable and precious for me, that it is always there for me in every single moment of my life till this very day. Drama is that one thing that never lets me down. When I devote myself completely into it, it pays me back with flowers, applause, tears of excitement, the fever of my youth, and the glimpse of the beautiful world outside that is waiting for me to explore. Our story begins when I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to be a stagehand in the first musical in school. I was stunned, standing at the backstage, seeing how the play was built little by little and eventually achieved such marvelous and glorious outcome. My eyes went wet when the last song was performed, and I fell in love with drama ever since. It turns out that this experience not only made me into a fanatic of drama, but also helped me to understand some of the essence of this art from a backstage perspective. I won my first trophy in drama when I was in grade 7, and I continued to participate in another drama competition just half a year after the first one. It is starting from then when me and people around me can all gradually start to see the time and effort I devoted into the subject, and that's when all the queries and doubts flooded to me and almost drowned me. Everything started when I called my friend who was in the same primary school with me after I had won one of the only 2 prizes for my first drama competition. I was excitedly speaking about how surprised I was to get this award, and after about 2 minutes me talking to the phone, there was a long pause. And then my friend spoke, and her utterance is still imprinted on my mind to this very day. All she said was, "Drama competition? What on earth is that?" That was the first time I had this deep sense of powerlessness when I started to see the chasm between me and many of my old-day friends. This is something that they will never understand if they're not in an international school. And that's when I start to realize the absence of drama in Chinese culture and education. But based on what I've learned later, I actually found out that China has a really long history of drama of 800 years. And there are many famous Chinese actors who have made a great name for themselves. This includes Jackie Chan, who's the famous action movie star, and also Bruce Lee, who helped popularize martial art movies in the 1970s. We also have masterpieces like Thunderstorm of 1934 and Tea House of 1956. However, in the modern society of China, drama seems to be fading out of our lives day by day, and we seem to forget this magnificent part of our history. Theater is no more that place for us to visit frequently, and theatrical education is never there in our schools, and less people really know what drama is exactly. I am powerlessness when facing this sad reality, and I can do nothing about it but to adapt the situation and make my own choice. I participated in 2021's school musical, The Addams Family, and then once again in 2022's classic English play, Pygmalion. And throughout this process, the most statements I'm hearing over time is how people think drama is useless for your academic performance and can even have negative effect as it is a total waste of time. Those remarks could be painful for me to take at the time as they float around me like nightmares. And for a period of time, I had that feeling of how the whole world seemed to be against me in some ways. And my deep love toward drama seemed to be irresolute and uncertain in the summer of my grade 8. when I was deciding if I still want to study drama as one of my IGCSE curriculum. I was scared by those people around me, and I was doubting myself if I want to keep exploring this road I've been on for the past 3 years. I didn't give up in the end, and I want to thank myself for that. But the point I'm making here is how there's a time before when I was moved by others' voices and opinions and almost gave up my love. And you see, I'm not just talking about drama here, but everything that is being judged by others just because they're uncommon in their cultures and society, and so people tend to oppose it immediately by saying they're useless for your future. I believe everybody sitting here may have such experience when your habits or love is opposed by your family, your friends, or your teachers. What did you do in the end? I went for IGCSE drama in the end, which kind of marked my protest towards all the doubts and worries. And the process of learning was hard. I could get anxious during script writing and rehearsals. I got hurt when doing physical theater, and tired when spending my whole day in the theater practicing. But all of those didn't matter to me at all, because all I remembered from those experiences are how I enjoyed myself and had a great time with my friends and teachers, how I confessed my own ideas and opinions by writing my own scripts, and most importantly, how the light in the theater shone on me, how hundreds of people looked at me at the same time, and how teachers and students came to me after my performances saying that I made them laugh or cry. Throughout this process, I saw magics happening. The paradox that confused me for so many years started to crumble and fall apart as there are less and less comments and gossips about how I'm wasting my valuable time on such a useless thing rather than covering myself with books. The reason is obvious. Neither my academic performance nor my current status is affected by doing drama, but instead, my performance in school actually improved a lot than when I first entered this school. Drama has given me my self-confidence, self-esteem, tolerance, team spirit, and also the sense of honor when I accomplish each challenges, and also the sense of belonging. Drama has transformed me from a passive and shy individual to a new person who is happy to communicate and takes on challenges. And after some time, I actually found out that there are tons of researches that can prove my experience to be applicable for everybody. And drama is definitely a beneficial thing to do. Another factor that I found to be a solution of my paradox is that once I entered the magnificent world of IGCSE drama, I actually realized there are so many people around me that can understand my experience. The course brings people who have the same love, the same passion, and the same story together. And spending time with those group of people is just brilliant. You get to have that feeling of that you are understood by other people. And there's this loud and repetitive voice always echoing in the room, telling me times and times that I am not alone. Once you find your group of people, the paradox will never bother you again because you know you have someone to turn to, and that there's this group of people who is always supporting you behind your back. I think my experience in drama is unique and irreproducible. But the experience how I have landed from my paradox is here for everybody to learn. The most important thing is never give up your love even when you feel like the whole world seems to be against you. You never give up your love even when you feel like everything is against you. And that's the most important thing. If you never give up your love, you got to embrace it bravely, take it with you by a firm hand, and let it join the splendid journey of yours. And after this, you will find two things happening simultaneously. Number one, you get to prove that your love is never a waste of time, but instead it gives you some of the most important things in life. It may be courage, leadership, or a sense of humor. And those qualities are the ones that help you to become a better person and an outstanding individual in the field that you're working on. Secondly, you get to know new people who have the similar experiences with you. Because of this weird love you have, you get to discover that brilliant corner in this world and start to find that place where you actually belong to. Life is such an adventure, and one single choice of yours may alter your life path completely, and you would never know who you would become if you didn't make a specific decisions. But what I have learned from drama is how we should really believe in ourselves and choose that one thing that we love deep inside our heart. The process may be tough and difficult, but once you reach the top of the mountain, you get to view the most beautiful sight you have ever seen in your life.